Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining me today here on the RathCo Gaming Channel. I'm your host, Rob Rath, and I'm here tonight to bring you all another episode of RathCo's original program, Deep Thoughts. Okay, now tonight's topic is a bit of a controversial one, to say the least. I'm talking about the topic of cannabis, which has many forms and tons of different names like weed, grass, THC, which is the active ingredient in cannabis, marijuana, bud, and probably a whole lot more that I simply can't think of right now. Now, before we go any further, I would like to say that I myself am a marijuana user and smoker and have been for the past probably 20 years or so. I personally have no problems with doing so. I have no problems with people who smoke marijuana, anything like that. Okay, so as with anything in life, as we all know, there are pros and cons when it comes to using cannabis. Some cannabis users choose to smoke cannabis in the form of marijuana, which is a plant. The buds that grow on the plant can be plucked off and dried as part of the harvesting process. Others choose to consume cannabis in the form of edible treats or candies that contain THC. The way this is done is usually by producing cannabis butter. I don't know personally the process behind making edibles, but that's beside the point. In addition to being smoked or eaten, cannabis has also recently been made into a pill form, but I'm almost positive that it is not sold over the counter yet. The pill form is rather potent and therefore requires a legal physician's prescription or some type of physician's reference or a cannabis use card of some kind from the state or area in which you live. Excuse me. Provided cannabis is legal in your area. That's a big one too. Even in the U.S., it's only legal in certain states, and it's only legal on a state level, as far as I know, not a federal level. So be careful and know your laws and rights. Okay, so now that we spoke a little bit about the many forms of cannabis, let's discuss the most popular of the forms, which is marijuana. Now, obviously, any type of smoke is not good for your body, whether it be cigarette smoke or marijuana smoke or fire smoke, whatever. However, I believe that, in my opinion, the benefits of cannabis far outweigh the risks. But why don't we take a closer look into the facts that the RathCo Corporation has been able to gather from various sources, shall we? Okay, and I'm sorry about the Minecraft backdrop in the background. I wanted to do something different, and it's the only thing I could do to hide the remaining mess, so don't mind the backdrop. Okay, so ever since I can remember, there have been rumors concerning the benefits and risks of smoking marijuana. But for the longest time, that is all they ever were rumors. However, over the past few years, it is my belief that once marijuana became legal, even on the smallest levels and only made available in select states that have deemed its use legal, I would be willing to put money on the fact that the state and federal governments and municipal governments have had to take notice of the very large revenue stream that marijuana sales undoubtedly created and brought in. Now, does that mean that just because it is lucrative, that makes it safe and acceptable? Absolutely not. As with most substances out in our world today, there are always risks when it comes to their use and potential abuse. And even though I am a cannabis user, I am not biased. I have looked into both the risks and benefits of cannabis and marijuana. So now that I've gone over some of them, let's list the possible benefits first. Okay, the benefits of smoking marijuana. It has been known to relieve stress and anxiety. It has been known to increase energy and improves overall mood, increases appetite. It has been known to treat mild to moderate pain. It relieves nausea and vomiting and has been known to be used as an anticholinergic, which means an anti-nausea medication. And it has also been known to aid in the pain relief and restoration of appetite in cancer patients receiving chemotherapy. Okay, but those are only some of the benefits I was able to find during my time researching this topic. Now, before we get into the risks of smoking marijuana, I want to tell you all an interesting fact that I came across online concerning the risks of a marijuana overdose. A lethal marijuana overdose. You're going to get a kick out of this one. Now, before I tell you all this, keep in mind that it was found on the internet on a somewhat reliable website that I am not going to release the name of, but here goes. So, various experts and scientists from around the globe had allegedly come together to study the effects of marijuana use on living organisms. A crude test was performed on an adult orangutan, which is a monkey family, not that it matters, and based on that test's results concerning the amount of marijuana needed to effectively overdose on a fatal level as a result of inhalation of said marijuana, it has been estimated that it would take over a metric ton, which is 2,000 pounds, worth of marijuana smoked all at once and inhaled all at once. But that is probably a made-up estimate, considering that everything I found online states that a lethal marijuana overdose is extremely unlikely and pretty much impossible due to the fact that it is physically impossible to smoke or consume enough THC, one of the many active ingredients found in marijuana, to effectively kill a human being. So with that being said, let's check out some of the risks. All right, now keep in mind that everyone reacts differently to cannabis, so it is possible that we have missed some of them. I gathered these risks from all over the web. First, we will go over the more common risks. Okay, mild paranoia, sweating, increased blood pressure due to the smoke, increased heart rate due to the smoke, possible damage to the respiratory drive, lungs, airway, etc. due to the smoke, decreased reaction time, decreased mental coordination and or balance, inability to operate machinery or motor vehicles. And that's about the gist of the more common ones. The more rare and serious risks are as follows. 1 in every 10 to 20, that's not a very accurate, I forget the exact numbers, but it was 1 in a large number of people have experienced severe psychotic episodes or reactions to marijuana. Some people having experienced hallucinations and severe anxiety or paranoia. And very few individuals reported experiencing psychotic delusions. Now that I think we covered everything I could think of and research on smoking marijuana, I want to hear from all of you in the comments section below. How many of you are cannabis users, whether it be smoking or a different form? Now, before we end this episode, I want to give you all my honest and unbiased opinion, so here it goes. When it comes to cannabis, here is what I believe to be true. Smoking marijuana is much safer than drinking alcohol and much less damaging and debilitating to the body as well. I believe that marijuana should be made available to any adult over the age of 18 because of its medicinal properties, such as helping improve your appetite and mood. It has also been shown to aid in relieving depression and depression-related symptoms. I am living proof of that fact. It has always helped me by providing me with energy and a better mental outlook on life, not to mention it drastically improves my ability to get up and moving, socialize, and be myself. In my opinion, cannabis is and always will be a medicine. And just like with any medication, it comes with side effects. Pros and cons. Just take a look at any prescription pill bottle. They all have warnings and side effects, but cannabis has a lot less and is a lot safer when it comes to treating certain conditions and irritating side effects of life, like stress. Well, I think I have said all I wanted to say on this topic, and I hope that you all enjoyed this episode of the RathCo original program, Deep Thoughts. So, I invite you all, as always, to stay tuned and keep visiting the RathCo Gaming Channel, as well as our other channel called RathCo Outdoors, because there is a lot more content soon to come, including the Deep Thoughts Season 1 finale, which will more than likely make its debut closer to the Christmas season, or closer to Christmas time. It is the Christmas season, Rob. Smoke another one. Well, folks, this has been a 2023 RathCo production. Please be sure to like and subscribe, turning on all notifications for RathCo Gaming, as well as our non-gaming channel, RathCo Outdoors. You all have my love and respect. Each and every one of you I consider a member of the RathCo family of gamers and friends. Have a great evening. Take care now, and thanks for watching.